Well, hello APC family, and hello moms and dads, parents of Covenant Kids at Ascension. Welcome to this introductory video concerning our fall study on the New City Catechism. I wanted to just take 5 minutes to explain my vision for what these series of videos will be about and will be trying to accomplish. And then I'll post another video that will be specifically geared towards the kids. As you know, because of the coronavirus, because of the restrictions that we have, we're not able to gather in the same manner that we normally do in the fall for our discipleship hour. And our adults are meeting every other week with Theo to talk about faith and politics. We had our first meeting last night and it went well. But I wanted to do something where I could engage the kids, where we as the church could come alongside you as parents, as you seek to teach and train and disciple your kids, and give you some tracks to run on and some things to wrestle with. And so what I want to do this fall is weekly. That's my goal, is weekly on Wednesdays to post just a brief video, a 5-minute video that will work our way through the New City Catechism. Now, the New City Catechism, here's a copy of it right here. The New City Catechism, many of you might have picked up those hard copies on Sunday. It is a modern melding of the Westminster Catechism, which comes out of our Presbyterian tradition, and the Heidelberg Catechism, which comes out of the Dutch Reformed tradition. And it brings these two catechisms together and in a modern way, in a simplified way. And this came out of Tim Keller's church, Redeemer Presbyterian, several years ago. And I really think it's useful, it's helpful. We went through it several years ago as a congregation, both adults and kids. And so I thought, well, in this time of being socially distant, let's just center ourselves again on some of the foundational, fundamental truths of what we believe. The Catechism comes in 3 parts. And there are 52 questions in total. So if we took a question a week, it would take us a whole year to do this. I'm not going to be quite that exhaustive. I probably won't cover every question, but you as a family are welcome to do whatever you want to do. What I want to do is simply highlight a question each week, and I'll try not to jump all around, but to try to go a little bit systematically through the Catechism, and to talk a little bit, just for 5 minutes, with the kids about what is this talking about, and how are we to understand this. And then you as parents can go deeper if you want with them, asking questions and giving answers. And let me give you some resources that might be useful as you think about that. One is the New City Catechism devotional. This is a hardback cover, but I believe the same content is available through the website or through the app, just by clicking on some of the icons that you see there. This is just a compilation of not just the question and answers, but some scriptures that go with it, and then some commentary from different scholars. This one, question 17, has commentary by Martin Luther and by Tim Keller. And this is a great resource to kind of work through some of the doctrine of each of the questions. Also, let me give you a couple other things. Christian beliefs, 20 basics every Christian should know. I've worked through this with a couple of my kids. It's basically a simplified version of Wayne Grudem's systematic theology. This is the same kind of thing, a summary of Christian doctrine, Louis Berkhoff. It's a simplification, an abridged version of his larger systematic theology, which is thick and extensive. But there's lots of resources out there that you can grab that would help supplement you and enrich some of the doctrine that we are going through, if you need it. And if you want to borrow something from my study, you certainly can do that. Just talk with me. But really what I want to do is just prime the pump for you as parents, for you as families, to talk through these things and to wrestle with them. And we as a family are actually memorizing these question and answers. and going over them in that way. And I encourage you to do that if you would like to do it. It's a great way to just concisely and simply remember these doctrines. And so that's my plan, is to spend about 5 minutes with your kids. And obviously, when I say kids, that's a pretty broad swath. I mean, normally we divide kids up. And so I'm hoping to not shoot over all the kids' heads, but also not to be so simple that, the junior high or the high schoolers couldn't gain some good stuff from what I'm talking about. But I will say it's geared more towards elementary kids, elementary to middle school kids. That's what I'll shoot for in these little videos that I begin to post over the weeks to come. So if you have any questions, if you want to borrow any resources, you want to press into anything more that I've said, don't hesitate to email me or call me, and I'll be glad to answer those. But I hope this fall will be a good study as we open up this catechism and think through it together as a church and as families. So thanks for participating, and I'll post the next video in just a moment. Thanks.